Wow.
Alright, so this is the story of Kazakhstan 3, okay? So, shout out to Yasser for motivating us all to do the question again.
What is this
But then I was trying to ask for people some backup, and then no one replied to me. Then I kind of lost my steam. So,
I actually tried the general MKs, but
so basically, I kind of just went from where he left off, right? Like you showed that it was f was injective and f of x was greater than x for all x, right?
Have you actually proved that?
Oh, he might show it again.
I updated.
Yeah, that hasn't updated.
Because something just try to iron out the sketchy.
And it was really weird. Like I was just like doing it, right? I was in some kind of like zone, and I was like, it was just like trying everything, right? And then it was just like so weird because I was announcing on Discord that I'd solved it for m equals 1, right?
Yeah.
And I was realizing it was a fake solve at the same time I was announcing it. And then I remember like not even caring because I know I'm gonna solve it anyway. Like I was like, it's like
solved it, bro.
Like it might seem like a fake solve now, but it's gonna get done. Because I literally have all the information. Like there's no way it couldn't get solved, right? And then later on I was assuming stuff which I didn't actually prove, but it turned out to be true. Yeah, so
He's doing the problem like from every direction.
Yeah.
That's actually
He was doing the problem backwards.
Okay,
He's
so
doing every order.
m equals 1. Okay, so let me just show you some arguments. So if f of y equals y for some y, yeah? So there's a fixed point, yeah?
Yes.
Can you see that? So we claim that it's identity.
Oh, just one fixed point.
Yeah.
Yo, fixed point.
So you have like f of x plus y minus f of x equals f of y on y minus 1 plus f of m, right? Yeah? So you let y be the fixed point.
Yeah.
So this is 0 plus f y, yeah?
Y, yes.
It's just y, yeah?
Wow.
Okay. So can you see like so basically the right hand side if x gets really big, right?
Yes.
Then the right hand side here doesn't change, yeah?
Yes.
For this y, yeah?
Yeah.
But so okay, so if it's not the identity, there's some other y which is not fixed, right?
Mhm.
And then the x stays there, right? And so the x gets really big with that.
Huh?
Does that make sense?
Huh?
So like so look at the right hand side, yeah?
Yeah.
So the x gets really big there, yeah?
Mhm.
Imagine x getting really big. Okay. On the first line,
Yeah.
if the thing is not 0, the x carries
Oh.
makes everything really big, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, and if it is 0, the x doesn't change anything. You see?
Yeah.
Wait,
Hold on.
wait, isn't that?
Oh.
But
Yeah,
you
what's
match those two things together. Wait,
Yeah.
wait, is this part of the main proof?
So it's like you're saying.
This is a separate thing. Wait, was this needed? Wait, was this?
Oh, no. So like have one fixed y and one non-fixed y.
Yeah.
And then get the same.
Yeah. So for the non-fixed y, the x makes the right hand side get big, right?
Yes.
And for the fixed y, the right hand side doesn't change. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
You can't
Oh, wait. I see.
Wait. This for different y, we just put some y works and then
He's ruining the thing.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So then this is what happened. Okay. So for the whole time I was doing this problem, I had this argument in my mind, thinking that was solved, right? It was only when I started writing it up, I was like, hold on, they're not the same y. Okay. But Yasuru was not fooled. Not for one moment.
Although actually I admit that I don't could be promising. I never realized that. Wait,
didn't you read in this chat that I said I'm gonna try to convince them of? Oh, okay, you didn't see that. That's alright. Okay, so
You mentioned that. I didn't read you mentioning a fake soul.
yeah, so somehow, right? I don't know, and then it was recovered somehow.
Oh, recovery.
Recovery.
Windows recovery.
So I actually wrote this up.
Super smart.
So I only realized there was a problem as I was writing it
I
up.
can confirm it actually looks like it.
Wait,
Wow.
that's adding bias to the. Wait, where is this thing?
Oh wait.
7 out of 7.
Okay.
Wait, where is it? Yeah. Okay, so enlarge.
Okay, that's the first weapon.
Okay.
Okay, so this works for all m. Okay. So it's essentially we'll log f of x is greater than x. Yeah. Because if it's equal, then it's identity. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Wait, where's the prove that? Yeah, right.
Oh no. Okay, so I'm explaining this. I'm not using this. So you have to prove this. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm saying that if equality ever holds, then it's the identity function. So it's we'll log that it's. Yeah.
You prove that later.
I'm proving that here. Okay.
Oh, this is the actual proof. Wait.
We justified this by showing that.
So if there's a y such y is fixed, yeah,
Yeah.
then you get that what we did just then, right? You get that, yeah.
Alright.
And then I was like, hold on.
What
Okay.
the hell?
And then
Oh, he puts in.
you replace. So basically, I guess the way this works is that like if y is a fixed point, then y plus f of something is a fixed point, right? Yeah. So because if you put f of x on the other side, you get f of x plus y is fixed, right?
Oh, yo.
Okay.
Oh, that's boring.
No! Oh, that's crazy. They're going crazy. They're going crazy. Okay, keep going, keep going.
Okay. So then, I mean, if y is a fixed point, then f of y is a fixed point, right?
Yeah.
Because f of y is just y. So then you do f of y plus something, right?
Yeah.
And that's going to be a fixed point.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then, so when you minus the f of y, you just get f of z, yeah?
Mhm.
Okay, and that's equal to the right-hand side, which is
Something happens to the yes set.
Shit happens.
Okay.
G, what's G?
Oh.
G is f of x on x1.
What would it look like? What would the proof look like if we didn't use G?
wait, what just happened here?
You substitute y equals f of z. Wait,
What?
what?
He just put that like bracket fraction.
Wait, this works for all z, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
This works for all set.
Wait,
Did I just wait? Did I stop here?
Oh, Y gets replaced by F of Z.
Yeah.
Y gets replaced by f of z.
Or the Y the
Yeah.
original.
And then
X becomes F of Y.
F of Y. Or just Y.
what?
Wait,
Oh, no,
that
yeah,
G of
X
f of
Y.
z?
Yeah, G of f of z.
Sassy notation.
Did I not write the rest of this?
Where's the next line?
How does this?
Where's the
Or
punch?
the next
Finish
line
line.
is using. So we're assuming Y is a fixed. Well, we're assuming Y is a fixed point.
Yeah.
So that line 3 comes from first and second lines combined.
Yeah. Wait. No, well, I guess kind of, yeah.
What's going on?
So we're meant to conclude from this that f is the identity, right?
Yes.
So I guess the conclusion is that f of z should equal to z, right?
Wait, scale y question mark? If y is fixed, then we scale it down to 1. No.
Oh wait.
Then G of f of z. Oh yeah. Oh yes.
What?
Like if your z is not if your G of f of z
Yeah.
is not 0,
Yeah.
then you just move y. No, you can't move y. It's you can't move. There is a y. It's
Oh no, you can move y. Like, well, I mean,
is it
Y.
because we have infinitely many?
you get two y is also fixed.
We have
Yeah,
we have
there's more
infinitely
than
many
one
fixed points. Well, so you can technically move the lines. Can't we?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we can have like f of 2y equals 2y. F of
Why
3y equals
why just
3y.
any
F of 4y equals 4y.
So like there's
Yeah.
like multiple y that satisfies that.
I swear I don't remember even doing this.
Oh, we didn't use that wasn't used in the proof.
Yeah.
I know.
I just stopped writing here.
So I think the original proof is assumed the fixed points exist.
Right, so I think yeah, you can change your y to all those infinitely many different values.
Does that?
No, that proves it, because then that's non-zero.
So that means g of f of z has to be 0.
Which means that f of z on f of z minus 1. So f of
F of
z
x
is equal to f of z.
Okay.
But using vectors to get
Yeah, f of z equals yeah. No, that proves it.
Yeah,
That's done.
Yeah.
that's efficient.
Wait. Revelation. Let's see. So when so line 3 comes. Where does line 3 come from again?
Line 3 comes from what you said, line 1 and 2.
Yeah, well, I'm just I know, but I'm just trying to remember it. So f of z. So what does x become? X is y, and then y is f of z.
F of z, yeah.
So in the first line, y is a specific number, and x is can be anything.
Yeah, so you have infinitely
So
many.
y is always specific.
Yeah.
Y is a constant.
It's just that.
So
Yeah, we're saying
where
it's a
does-
constant.
So when it says f of z equals, so when
G f of z.
It's because the left hand side is just you use the first line to
Oh, dude, yeah, it's obvious from for why that's false,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because the
Y
right hand
became-
side's clearly bigger than the left hand side. I think that's what I had in my mind. The left hand side is just f of z, right?
Yeah.
And the right hand side is something like
Oh,
because f of z is bigger than. So
Oh.
I think that's what I had in my mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So
Okay, no, I think we just did the changing y. Yeah.
Changing y works.
Wait, how did you say that? F to the
Yeah,
f
so
plus 1.
okay. So from here, either do the changing y here.
We know we have multiple fixed points.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
multiple
Since
fixed
you can
points.
change
Y.
g of f of z, like for a fixed z, g of f of z has to be 0. Like
by
that was one, but yeah. Like
Replace
just say something
by like
y.
ny or something.
You can replace it with ny, and you get f of f of z. You get f of z equals f of z.
Yeah. Or alternatively, realize the left hand side is smaller than the right hand side unless g of fz equals 0. And
Why are we just forgetting the brackets?
fz equals z, f of z.
Okay,
Yeah.
Wait, still help needed.
Huh?
Just so line 3. So where does
You-
where's the left hand side of line 3 come from?
The left hand side of line 3
You get it from the first line.
the first line.
So what?
So
is
basically,
Z
anytime-
is x. No wait, that is
Z
the x
is,
is
no, f of z is your y.
f of z. F of z is you.
Yeah.
Wait, so you mean there exists a z such a?
No, all for all z.
No, for all z.
If you sub in z or f
Yeah.
of
So
z,
y the f of z is not a fixed point or anything. Just using the equation with x and y. Yeah.
So y is no longer. So y is not a fixed point anymore.
Yeah. It is right.
Also, y is a fixed point in one equation, not the other equation.
They're fixed. The y is the same y. I'd use z so I can keep y at the fixed point. Yeah. But the whole point is if y is fixed, then y plus f of something is fixed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then what
so
then
f
you
of y
let
was
then you
the
let f of y be the fixed thing, and you're plussing f of z.
If y is fixed, plussing. Oh.
Any
Oh yeah, I think I'm yeah.
Oh, wait, I
So f of y is also fixed, so you can.
Maybe I'll add this line in here.
I think so.
Okay. F of y.
So that means you can see.
Yeah, you can assume it's true. That's true for all fixed points. All fixed points for y.
Yeah. So any fixed point y plus f of x is fixed. Yeah.
Okay, and then you let f of y be y, and f of z is okay.
Oh, so because if y is fixed, f of y is fixed. Oh wait, okay. Y becomes f of y. Oh yeah, that was it.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Yes.
So
Very
next,
nice.
so you can. So you're saying making y arbitrarily large is bad. You said.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was their proof. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not what I had originally. Like,
Okay.
yeah, because I had a bit of a brain damage just there. So, what I had originally was like f of z is smaller than f of z, right?
Yeah.
By your thing.
Oh,
So,
yeah. That also works.
so it's the smallest thing out of the terms there,
Oh yeah. Okay.
but it has to be bigger than that one because if that was non-zero,
Yeah. So that's.
so it forces that to be zero, and f of m plus one z equals f of z. And by injectivity, then
It's like infinite solutions.
yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, so I think the difference is your proof doesn't require injectivity. Actually, mine doesn't either.
It still does.
It still does to prove that f of z is
You show f of z on z minus 1 equals 0.
f of z on f of z.
Yeah, and that requires
So-
injectivity.
So Leo and Daniel's thing proves.
It proves that z is f of z is z for all z. India.
Oh, your thing still requires injectivity.
Yeah, because we get g f of z.
I proved that the G of f of z is 0.
Yeah, and then you get f of z.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, so then that's pretty neat, I guess.
I don't when you end up explaining your solution. That was the entire problem. Then I realized it's the same thing that Michael already proved. So we
Oh, for
at
what?
least we have. I thought they solved the entire problem just then.
No.
Okay. Okay, so let me
At least we have two solutions.
You messed.
yeah two ways of logging that it's strictly greater. Yeah. Okay.
So now we know that f of x is greater.
F of x is greater than x. Yeah. Okay.
So that should reach us something. Should reach us.
Yeah. So why is it not loading? Okay. So do you remember when I said this in the chat? It was like
I'm not gonna lie, I read the chat, but I couldn't understand what you were saying. So I was at school, so I just closed my laptop. I saw the images and I was like, no, I don't know what's going on. So I closed my laptop.
delete from head.
I thought it was well.
I also asked CJ to try to follow him. We were like trying it at every math class that we had. We were dying. We were actually dying.
Okay, remember I said do this g thing to 0? Remember this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
To 0.
So let's suppose you can get the g to 0, right?
Yeah.
So if g thing goes to 0, yeah. So then you get this you get some g of x. Maybe call it g of big X, yeah. Is close to 0, yeah. Yeah, none of those g's are equal, so you can divide freely.
Yeah.
You can divide without worries, or
Yes.
or maybe you were dividing without worries anyway. Okay, so g of x is close to 0, right?
Yeah.
And then g of x is just f of x on x minus 1, yeah?
Yeah.
So then f of x is close to x, yeah? Okay. And so if you look at this, f of x is close to x, okay? If you can find, let's see, if you could find this of the form, so I guess the thing is, f of x is close to x, and you can find x of the form like sort of like f of something plus y, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sorry. If you have that, right, and it's close to f of z plus y, right? Then you can see in the original equation, the left-hand side is that, right, is approximately just y, yeah?
Yes.
Approximately just y, okay. But the right-hand side is, if you remember what it was like g of y times z plus f of m of y, yeah. Okay.
Why is possible?
Yeah. So it's sus again, right? Because this thing is not like, first of all, this thing's getting bigger with z and that thing's staying at y with z, right?
Well, that is
Yeah.
very.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Wait.
Wait, but isn't g of y
But as
approximately
you
0?
change Z, you're not changing. You're not changing Y.
No, but it's not like you're not saying f of z plus y is close to it. Like that thing's not close for all z and y.
Yeah. So you have to change your Y.
That's
But if you can't find it,
Okay. Do you find this sus?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, this was like the original. I had this assumed, and that's what I was making, trying to find the g going to 0, and this doesn't even work. Okay,
Wait, all Z are specific. No,
no,
mixing up again.
doesn't work for all Z.
but this is the kind of thing, okay, that if you were 2 years younger, I could just tell you was true, and you would believe it, because you wouldn't even be smart enough to be suspicious. You understand? Because this looks legit almost. Don't you think?
It's very close.
It's like it's exactly the same as the fixed point argument with the twiggle sign instead of equals, right? The curly equals instead of the equals.
Sleep on us.
Yeah. Okay, so can you see what the problem is in this argument? Like, we're assuming these things are true, okay? Like, this is our assumption. You don't have to fault those things. See what the problem is?
What even is twiggle?
Twiggles. Well, g of x is close to 0, and g of x is f of x on x minus 1, yeah? So this thing is close to 1, and so then f of x is close to x, right?
Yeah, sure.
Wait, do we have a G of X event that's close to 0?
I can show you later, but assuming that...
It doesn't even work.
Okay, it doesn't even help.
Well, it might help.
I mean,
but definitely
not
doesn't work.
this way.
It doesn't work right
Close.
Can you see why it doesn't work though?
Yeah.
You like varying too many things.
Okay, so then let me just put it more concretely, okay?
Continuous would work.
So, like, basically it's like this.
Because limits are nice.
So, like, f of x on x is, like, approximately 1, right? So it could be, like, 1 plus epsilon, right?
Yeah.
Overall,
Yeah?
Yeah.
So then when you times it by x, yeah, there's a 1 plus epsilon.
Oh.
So the error, when it was small before, this is what Yasru was saying. Like, the error was small before, but if you times it by x, it could get big.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's
Oh, now it makes sense.
Yeah, so actually there's a hidden, so actually that's exactly the hidden y. See how there was a z here, right? That in the epsilon, there's exactly like an epsilon there's f of z here to actually match the z.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
even if you got it close, I'm pretty sure it still doesn't work.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure, like, even if there wasn't that term, it's still there. Because, like,
This
going-
term.
yeah, like, going from, f of x is close to x to f of z plus y is close to f of z plus y. It's like,
Oh, okay. This is.
isn't that sus as well?
So
Yeah.
Wait, we only have one. That's only one infinite sequence.
Yeah, that's sus, but it's not definitely wrong because we could say there could exist x of that form for which the sequence goes to 0. Yeah.
But if you say this f of that form, like, you can't vary your z.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's true.
Okay, it's like I think the error is like in the scientific calculator because you can see when you try some calculation of massive numbers and you see the first something digits, you think, oh, it's so close.
Yeah.
when you minus the numbers, it's still massive.
Okay. Yeah. And it was so crazy, and then I was like, so everything I had thought was actually wrong, right?
It's all a scam.
And this is basically the nature of limits.
Yeah, this is the picture.
And I was never worried about it. And the only thing I was worried about, I was actually right the whole time. I never looked at.
Oh.
It was like how to get the limit in the first place.
No.
So okay, how do you get the limit in the first place?
epsilon delta.
So I think you can do this. So if you have maybe I'll just use the notes because it's already written. So you rewrite. Okay, let's just put m equals 1 right now, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And so this is what you get here, right? So m equals 1 is the top line, yeah? Okay. I subtracted y from both sides.
Okay. Hold on. What the
Very
hell
interesting
happened?
step.
Why does it look like... Oh, m equals 1.
The m equals 0 and m equals 1 proves completely different.
I can't even remember the m equals 0.
I think m equals 0 you just straight away use injection without inequalities.
Okay, so the reason I did that is because everything's in terms of f of something minus something, yeah? And then that's what really what g is. G is that divided by the thing inside, yeah? So so if you let g be f of x on x minus 1, then you just divide both sides by f of x plus y,
Yes.
and then you get that.
Oh.
Unbelievable.
Wait, what?
Hmm.
Why this times by f of x?
That's wait, no, wait.
Okay, so the left hand side, if you factor out a y,
Oh, jeez.
you get g of y, yeah, and then that becomes y plus x, yeah. So the left hand side is so without dividing yet, the right hand side is just g of y x plus y, yeah.
G of y x. Oh.
Oh wait,
And then you divide both sides by.
I just realized I faked some understanding of the proof because I thought the fixed point sum at the start wasn't necessary, but then I realized that g could be 0 and then it could be undefined.
Oh, actually, it still could be unnecessary because sometimes we just do an extra divide.
think
If we didn't divide it, it could
I
still
think I
work.
just skipped the I just skipped the fixed point sum because I thought that was a separate thing that wasn't needed.
Oh, actually, maybe this is a good exercise. See if the g needs to be non-zero, okay? Because here it doesn't, because the g could just be on the top, on the right, yeah?
Oh yeah. So
Okay, so do you agree with that equation there?
Well.
So we agreed up to here.
Yes.
Alright. So then,
if you want to, then you already have your sequence.
huh?
If g of something was equal to 0, then you already have an infinite sequence. Which is...
Oh wait, yeah, no, wait, no.
Okay, so the way we get the sequence is we set x equals y, yeah?
X equals
So if you set x equals y, you get this here, yeah?
Interesting.
Wait, whoa.
Right, that's the unexpected
wait,
proof
wait,
that
wait,
somehow
wait,
works again.
Where did everything go? Where did like your where did your
Where did everything
X go? Like on that, like the actual.
I should probably write this differently. I actually encountered the same problems reading my own arguments. But yeah, like,
If you set x equals y, then you get two.
Oh, no,
g
yeah,
of
no.
x plus x is equal to 2gx times x, isn't it?
yeah, so you got 2x gx, yeah?
On f of x plus 2.
And then
Ah,
He
yes.
changed it to what do you call it? He changed it
Yeah.
to g of x.
What is the motivation for defining G?
huh? Because g needs to be 0 to get you an identity.
Uh,
But we know g can't be 0, so we try to do the next best thing, make limit to 0.
Oh, and then he divided by x, and then he replaced it with g. Okay, that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
Yeah?
2 on 1 plus 2 on g of x is less than 2. That is true.
Yeah. And then what you do is you replace x by x plus f of x.
Oh! Oh shit!
What's
It's
going
less than
on?
1. Huh?
Yeah, it's less than 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then, so you can
what?
keep going.
Oh.
Eh,
That's
that's
like
kinda
the
crazy.
fractions.
Yeah, like continuing the fraction.
Yeah, actually.
Wait, less than 1. And then is the next one less than half?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I think,
Oh,
I
you
think
can
the next one is less
n
than.
times to get it 2 over n plus. What?
It's not 2 over, it's 2 over 3.
The heck, dude? The
No, not
continued
two.
fractions.
Oh shit, it actually is. Yeah.
Because you keep adding 1 to the numerator, denominator.
Oh.
Because the 2, like,
Oh,
2
yeah,
over
yeah.
will cancel, and so it's just, you're just adding the denominator, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so g of this approaches g of. Oh, they approach the fixed. What?
No, wait, so do I need to add some clarifying remarks?
I don't think so.
Here, maybe?
Fine.
It's all good. This one's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
for intermediates, you should be you should be able to figure it out, right?
Yeah, you guys figure it out.
Yeah, if you can't figure it out, like you should try harder as opposed to like complain to your parents to complain to me. Yeah, like
Wait, wasn't it? The thing I tried last week where I accidentally fake solved, but in my accident, I think it said accidentally proves that result.
Oh.
But I was trying to prove it goes to infinity.
oh.
But then I think I accidentally proved it went to
Actually, yeah. So this statement I should mention, it was Yasuru's statement. You remember?
Yeah.
Because he had the f of x on x goes to 1, right?
Yeah.
And so that's the
Oh,
sequence.
yeah.
So I was like, this is like part of the motivation, I guess. Okay, so not only does the sequence make g go to 0, the sequence itself gets big, right?
Yeah.
So that's needed. Okay.
And it's like this.
Okay, so you have a sequence, yeah? So now we show that
Wait, this doesn't work if g of x is 0, right?
does it where?
Does it work?
But if g of x is 0, there's infinite values such that f of x is x, and you already have an infinite sequence. If g of x is 0.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, you fix points generate infinite fixed points.
yeah.
Although I don't know about the later steps, but
Wait, hold on. If g of x, what would you say? If g of x was 0,
0, then that means we have one fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Whenever
that's
g of x is
the-
0, that's it.
Okay, yeah. That one.
yeah, no, but I was just wondering if it worked without the fixed point thing.
I think. No,
If
like,
g of x 0, then you get
wait, but the conclusion that like it wouldn't.
I think the conclusion is just you get an infinite sequence.
oh, you still get a sequence, so they're all just 0.
And they're all 0 instead of
Yeah.
approaching 0.
Yeah, you can make the sequence like that plus f of x or something. Oh.
Any y g of s.
Yeah, because then if x is a fixed point, you just make x plus f of z or something. I'm confused now, but okay, let's keep going.
Anyway.
Anyway,
We have to do this without.
this is the
Okay, so
intense
this
scrutiny required step.
this is where the limits come in, okay?
Oh,
Because the whole thing is like, I don't, like this kind of crap. I don't even know. Like it was just like this. All this stuff has to fit, so it just fits. Yeah, like it wasn't necessarily very well motivated. But the thing is, because you know there's a limit for the g of x, right? You can start getting other limits. Okay,
Yeah.
using limit laws. So here we're trying to show that basically you can remove the f of xn from this by taking a limit of n. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so this was your expression before, right? And I just replaced the x by xn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you take a limit of xn, right? You see the right hand side goes to 1.
Why is it legible?
Because xn goes to infinity. F of xn also goes to infinity.
Yeah.
The f of xn
Well-
versus xn.
Well,
Yeah,
if you divide by xn, you get g of xn plus 1. So that goes to 1, and this goes to 1.
Yeah. So y on 1. Yeah.
The y is negligible. So it's
Yeah,
like,
no, I think it is 1.
Okay. And actually, we know. So therefore, this limit equals g of y, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Seems legit.
for all y.
For all y, yeah. Wait, why didn't I write that? Oh yeah, I did write that for any y, yeah?
So for any sequence that limits for any sequence of x's. So this works for any sequence of x's and not just your sequence.
Well, no, the X's have to.
I mean, it doesn't have to be the specific Michael sequence.
It has to be a unbound, like it has to be, it approaches infinity, so, yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be the specific construction we did.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so now this is kind of weird, this one. We show that g of f of z is constant.
Okay.
D of
Okay.
f of z.
So this is the same idea as the one, with the fixed points, like f of something.
Oh, now, so now it's not. We don't know it's zero.
So basically, like if you have like something plus f of the sequence, right? That'll go to just the something, right?
Yeah.
So now we just do that again, but with but using the y for the sequence instead of the x, yeah. So you make the x equal to the z, right? And then you make the y equal to the f of xn.
Yes.
Yeah. That makes sense?
Yes.
So then you get this thing here, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, then you take the limit.
X of n, X of n.
So f of x of n goes to infinity, yeah?
That was really big.
So then you divide by f of x of n and you get 1 over 1.
Wait,
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
I think the f of x of n switches roles. We kind of.
Yeah, the x and y.
That's why I got confused for the extra.
Yeah, okay. It does approach 1.
Okay, this does approach 1, right?
Yeah, it does approach 1.
Okay, and the numerator here approaches g of f of z, right?
Yeah.
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 That means G of
Yeah.
f of x.
So that means g of f of xn approaches g of f of z. Yeah.
What?
For all z.
Oh.
Now it shows a constant.
But
Shit starts to happen.
oh wait, hold on.
Wait, but does that show that G of f of z is constant?
So it shows that.
So
It shows that-
sequence of x's works for all z.
So it says g of f of z equals g of f of w.
What's
For
the
any
other
z and none.
Like, you can only.
Oh,
you
the
can't
approach just been 1 that cloudy.
You can only have one limit.
You can't
Yeah.
use the constant.
Oh, that's. Okay, yeah. Okay. Now, this is so.
No, unless it was,
weird.
unless it's topology, multiple limits.
Okay.
But doesn't that. Wait. Oh, it's.
Yeah, I feel like it's like if people have some acceptance of arguments that's not rigorous, you just got to kind of find how big that gap is and try to exploit it, right? And then just fit everything through that gap. Eventually, you just prove anything you want.
Easy.
Okay, so are we agreed that g of f of z is constant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we prove that f of x minus x is constant.
Ooh.
Wait.
And then
So that's
Yeah.
it's basically proving it's linear, right?
Yeah, it's basically
Yeah.
linear. I'll give you
ah,
linear.
man.
We don't give a fuck. We're not checking. We're done. We're done. That is enough.
Wait, hold on.
Good enough.
Sure.
Yeah, let me tell you, this is much more rigorous than what I had in my head.
Okay.
For some reason, writing stuff down makes you make things rigorous.
Sure.
Okay, so now this is
the twiddle take.
this is the
Does come in handy.
so actually in the problem solving process, I actually had this line first.
Holy crap, with G of f and G of y are the same.
Oh
Shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because it's like because the whole idea was that like if you have this original equation,
Okay, what's that
What the
original
hell?
line again?
it's like
Oh
like
my God.
f of something weird minus something equals f of y minus y, yeah? So it's something like y plus f of x, but then you could take your f of x to be the y, and then it's the same idea, right?
We have stats for this question. Let's see.
You know this question? The Kazakhstan Olympiad has 6 questions, right? This is the third.
What?
This is the third question.
It's the last question.
No, it's the third question.
I'm pretty sure it's the last.
Wait,
The third is the last.
Was it the
But
third?
only 2 days.
It might be 2 days.
Ah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's the third one.
Wait, what? That's still? kind of insane.
Okay.
Why is Kazakhstan so scary?
Kazakhstan.
Because it was once part of the Soviet Union.
Well, like a his motivation.
Because it was once part of the Soviet
Okay.
Union.
So
The Soviets are all scary.
so you know how this works, right? You let y be f of x,
Yeah.
and you let x be y, yeah.
We've seen this trick many a times.
Oh wait, no, we let y be f of y here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
And then you twiddle take it. Why is it even called twiddle take? I don't even know why it's called twiddle take.
is it a twiddle take?
They
I don't even know what a twiddle take
I think
is.
we mentioned it to John.
Johnny advocates.
Everything's
Oh,
Everything is a
I think it
tribute to
I think it
John.
existed before Johnny.
Yeah, no, I think he just advocated for it.
definitely.
he's a
I
marketing
just
genius.
think bisymmetry, like x,
Yeah.
arrow, y.
Okay. Okay, so this is true, right?
Yeah.
And then you swap x and y.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get that.
That is a
Yeah,
constant.
you get that.
Your
Therefore,
This is,
problem is solved.
this is
Okay.
Bro, what?
So-
Oh my
At this point,
Oh,
Yeah,
my
obviously.
Wait, wasn't that for M
m equals 1, yeah.
It's so
What? That's M equals one?
Okay, here this is where
Wait, why?
okay.
He assumed M equals one.
Bro, the person
Yeah,
who got
At the start.
Yeah,
See,
Bro, the person who got 1 mark on this question is like in a solid entire
Nah, the original thing
Yeah.
was with M.
Bro, getting 1 mark on this question is kind of crazy.
Okay, so I was kind of hoping that from at this point someone would help me generalize it, right?
wait, wait.
about
Did
that.
he even use any special fact that m is 1? What was the special fact that he
I
used?
think.
I mean the
How do you
equation,
have I think how do the symmetry stuff, the symmetry things.
like I mean the right hand side of the equation used m equals 1 a lot. Like here, this is specific, like the fact that this is a factor.
See.
Okay, no wonder
Yeah,
the form
limits
seemed kind of
and the
insane.
limits still.
Okay, so
Yeah, so actually none of like this is kind of it's in some sense overkill for the problem because there's
Yeah.
probably lots of things that aren't even needed in the general case, right? So I was kind of hoping we could generalize this together, but then I lost motivation throughout the week as no one did anything.
I'm not gonna lie, we lost motivation ourselves.
After seeing this, we just lost even more motivation.
Okay, so I
I
feel
just
like
didn't understand much, to be honest.
I didn't necessarily need to look at any answers to arrive at this conclusion, but I actually did look at the ALPS thing briefly, okay? I didn't look at it in detail.
Wait, did they have answers then? Like,
I think so. I didn't check if it was answers, but basically
Question is true.
what I want to say is one of the things here, okay,
Is in the solution.
is generalizes to the solution,
Oh,
okay?
One.
One of the things, okay? So I guess maybe this is the exercise for us. Which of those, which is it?
place bets
Um,
with Hussey.
Place bet.
So
It's only Michael that.
Yeah,
only I know, but I have to tell you because I'm not claiming I solved the general case, but I would really like people to believe that I could have just kept going to solve the general case, right? Because the only reason I stopped was because writing m equals 1 was satisfying. The ideas were kind of nice, and also I guess it just felt kind of pointless to keep doing it by myself. Okay, so I guess.
How to generalize?
And I guess maybe like I don't know if I should share this, but when I tried generalizing it a little bit, like just immediately, I had a hard time getting the sequence to generalize. Okay, I don't know if you ever tried that.
Sequence to generalize.
Like I was finding it hard to get a g of xn to 0.
Yeah, that's a
Okay, but you can see there's lots of ideas here, right? That you can try and go with.
I think I could show the simple g of the simpler existing of sequence.
Oh, you have a existence of sequence.
But it's based on what I did last week. It was just that.
Oh, so you can prove this in general with the g xn. He didn't share this with us. He's solo.
Because the existence of xn, I think it works for any m.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wait, does yours work for any m?
No, it doesn't.
I thought you already knew it, so I.
No, that idea, like, you can prove it does not work for any n.
You do the opposite.
The idea only works for m equals 1.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, you defined it with M1.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I mean, if you were trying to solve this problem and there was something here you didn't try in your proof, right? That could be the thing that solves it, right?
Yeah.
I guess, and then one of them is that, so. Like, if you think about it, like, some of these things are pretty specific to the actual form of the expression. There was really, like, only a couple of ideas that didn't really depend on M. Should I make this a multiple choice, or,
Yes.
huh?
50-50.
Multiple
You-
choice.
Phone a friend.
Answer always
Yes,
C.
but one
Phone a friend.
Always hit C.
Phone a friend. Phone a friend. I choose phone a friend.
I think I always get C.
No, C. C with a
C, 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 C.
Which one's which?
Actually, no, actually, it might not even be, it could be, like, all of the above, because Yasser found a sequence that goes to 0, right? Found a sequence that goes to 0.
Yeah.
So that was the thing that probably would have made this
Get a new-
other part work, yeah? Okay. Well, that's an interesting thing to explore. But what about this idea here? So, wait, so what are the ideas here? So the fixed point thing is already done in general, right? Okay, and then for m equals 1, we basically have a sequence that makes g go to 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After that.
Showing that g of f xn plus y equals g of y. Yeah. Showing that g of f of z is constant using the sequence, yeah. And then doing this swap x with y, right?
Oh, the twiddle take.
So which are the things you think will work in general?
The G of f of z is constant.
No, wait.
Just hold on.
All the above.
Just do all of them again.
No, wait. I don't. Wait. So the G of F of like the sequence.
Yeah. And also like it's meta reasons. It's hard for me to say because I never actually thought. Like I just saw that that's what happened. I didn't know. It's kind of a bit presumptuous.
Yeah, I think. Wait, the constant part. I feel like. Yeah, well, I mean, if you're gonna use the sequence. No, wait, but then everything from everything that you've said so far is dependent on the fact that you were able to express the thing in like this nice G of F plus Y, like GY is equal to like that.
Yeah.
But then if you have an F of M of Y, you can't express it. So my answer is E, none of them.
Alright, you gotta think of it this way, okay? Like, and maybe another way to think about it. What if you assume the question wasn't that hard, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, because Kazakhstan.
Oh, just do the last step.
Yeah.
This
So like, okay, first of all, you're gonna
No,
assume
it actually might.
you assume the question isn't that hard, right?
Yeah.
So someone has to be able to do it with a few steps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Or maybe like have a chase that's long but there's no choices.
Bash.
Okay.
Just one word.
Limits are not in the Olympiad syllabus.
Okay.
Okay.
Surely it's the last step.
Twiddle take.
Surely it's
Wait,
the last.
the
I think
twiddle take.
the tool take is definitely included.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way it's not.
We tried the tool take.
Did you try it?
Yeah.
Okay. And Michael gave the answer right.
Yeah, we tried something. So
in general,
nothing.
In general, the sequence could work as well, but it's probably not the intended. Oh, I hate speaking like that. The
The intended
intended.
solution.
Turning into a Yasser.
Oh no.
Intended solution.
It's just like what?
What even would
No.
be the
Why don't
intended
you
Oh no,
solution?
don't say that. Oh, it's what the marker was designing.
Oh no! Read
That's
the
why
mind of
I
the
think-
mark.
That's my attempt.
Yeah, because if you're in Kazakhstan making an Olympiad
From the
problem,
proposer.
you wouldn't be thinking limits.
Would you?
But then, like, why would you make it R plus, right? Well, like, did you really try the twiddle take thing?
Yeah, we did.
What?
Michael, give me away that
Yes,
answer.
no,
we
you from
literally,
1 to 10.
I remember we had the F of M and like on both sides.
No, we
There was like
we
an
don't
F
take
of
it
M
by
and F of
replacing y with f of y and then replace and refill.
Yeah, oh yeah, we did do that.
Yeah, we did do that. But we failed.
But then we
Michael sus.
what?
Whoa, what happens here? So you have F. I can't believe I'm even calling it a twiddle take.
The Johnny marketing.
Johnny marketing hasn't.
And actually, yeah, the Johnny marketing. Like, you can't really do anything. Even if you don't want to call it that, everybody else calls it that. So you need like a common term.
communication.
Yeah.
Then you start using it in your write-ups.
Yeah, you do.
People actually do.
I used it in my write-up for the ASC.
AMC. Wait,
It was
what?
the ASC.
Oh, ASC. AMC.
AMC, right?
AMT Australian math
That's the
test.
last one.
Average AMC question.
might think
Average
so.
AMC.
I think it's
Average
AMC
AMC
and the mark will understand anyway then.
Imagine they accidentally
Yeah, you
confused
feel like
amoxicillin
right,
condensed with
but if you just write
AMC.
like
That would you.
I'm pretty sure you're
Be funny.
like you don't need to write
Average
If you don't write the
AMC
reasons,
Q3.
you probably won't lose.
Yeah.
The difficulty
Yeah.
spike. Average study, you know. Average study.
Question 1.
Wait,
It's so confusing.
2022 minus 20. Question 2. Complex batch. And question 3.
Well, that's conjecture.
Kazakhstan and
Oh,
Peru.
yeah.
Wait, you did this already? Hold on.
Last question, bonus
Yeah.
points. Proof
Okay,
that's
the
conjecture.
way he's saying it
So it means that
is definitely, this is definitely the thing that needs to be used.
f of x plus f of y can never be
Oh, unless he's
fm
doing
of y.
intense mind games with us.
No, it's definitely.
Mega
it's
mind
definitely it.
game.
No, this is definitely it.
How do you sneak peek A of solutions without being spoiled?
That's rude. Back to his old habits.
No, oh, what? If we know f of x is greater than x, you know if we have fixed point, that's bad. Fixed point, no. Okay, so G.
Look at this GFYX.
You know all the G's are positive. G's are negative.
Ah, yes.
Top G.
PUBG Mobile.
Top G. Not Top G.
Top G.
Top G.
PUBG Mobile.
Are you a Top G?
PUBG Mobile.
Top G. Top G.
PUBG
Oh,
Mobile.
induction. Conduction.
Conduction.
Convections though. Wait, no. Inductions though.
Conduction.
Proof by induction cooking.
Proof by conduction.
Where plate, man.
Whoa. Oh, yeah, yes, sir. Not quite right.
Just a little bit off.
But did you get this?
Yeah. Okay, if we can prove G of f of y is same as G of f of x, that will also be pretty useful.
His personal best. My message
Oh yeah, obviously also like if I'm trying to remove the questions from your mind, we can obviously skip the questions that never entered your mind, right? I'm pretty sure none of you tried like NZMO 8,
No,
so I don't even need to spoil that.
yeah.
I think they've also forgotten Japan 5.
What was Japan?
What was
like?
Japan
I
like?
don't even remember. What?
That's
I don't
fine.
remember. What is it?
And unfortunately, Combi 4 doesn't have a solution.
Oh, wait, Japan 5.
I don't even
Wait, what hobby was
It was-
like, what type? The company before was like the
Oh,
no,
no.
I remember. I don't know what.
It's growing.
There was no wizard.
No, nobody remembers what
There
your
was
past
no
life
wizard.
There were no wizard questions.
No,
I think
no,
you're just
yeah,
just
well,
remembering
wait,
things wrongly.
The wizards made you forget.
There was totally no. Definitely no 239 wizards.
Remains unsolved to this day.
One of the greatest questions.
Alright, so this equation, you got this one so far?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is sus about this? Okay. Let us fix one thing.
This literally seems nothing that sus.
Wait, g of f of x and g of f of y. What could that mean?
Well, we're assuming there's a sequence, right?
I like us just
Uh,
No, you can't see that. We know that. Oh god, I don't think we need one. Hey, one.
Oh my god.
They said that like two different eigenvectors can have the same
It's a classic blunder.
just scale everything.
Okay. So next step. Wait, this is what A did or we don't know. Or just
We do not know.
I tried to
Yeah.
okay, I'm remembering already.
M1 Who actually solved this question? This question's kind of crazy. Bro, we spent like
Oh, Anthony, I can drive you.
bro, we spent 2 hours on n equals 0, which isn't even a case in the problem. And then we just spent like 2 hours on n equals 1. Alright, now we induct. Induction. Surely we can convert this into like another problem. Sure, no, PC. We convert this into a geometry thing. Maybe solve that.
I
But
think,
this
yeah,
is a
I think someone has my
reverse.
Someone has my mouse.
Someone is
Convert
Micro
this into
scans,
complex
micro
bash.
scans.
Function bash.
Hey,
We
my
make it a
mouse.
function of the complex plane.
It's not saying when it's not small.
Transformation of
Surely,
the complex plane.
surely,
And we use geometry to solve. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what to do because like I kind of have the spoiler like, but I didn't come up with it, so I can't just tell you.
Do you have my
Because
mouse?
then I'll be just kind of sabotaging you.
Wait, can you answer like yes or no?
I guess.
20 questions now. Simple yes or no question. Do we use this?
Yes.
Okay.
We use
Okay,
this.
at least I have
Yeah.
some kind of certainty that we use
So
this.
from here, I think there's something quite striking.
Strike.
What? Okay.
The symmetry.
Wait, where did G just come? Wait, we actually use is G actually in the?
Oh, it's just notation really for now. Because it's kind of annoying to write all of that.
Oh, so it's not.
Alex.
It does help because it makes it more compact. It's like
Yes, merge.
standard reason why notation can be helpful.
What's striking about this?
There's something striking about this.
Also, this is a twiddle take.
It is.
I don't know what that means, but we swapped x and y here.
Twiddle take succeeded. Twiddle take
My
succeeded, but
model is trying to resist.
What is twiddle? Does twiddle take involve an f of x? Is that what makes it a
Oh
twiddle?
no, we did.
It's just like swapping x and y.
Oh,
Actually, got it.
But isn't that just swapping x and y?
Yeah.
Twiddle take swap x and y. Oh, what is
It's
this?
called exploit symmetry.
That's
Why
the most
are you
abuse.
bad?
It's like you name something after yourself, and the name you made it longer, and it's already had a name.
Isn't that what all mathematics?
I got
His
2
name
big bags
and
of fascinating swordfish, and then I got.
So like, instead
and then I
of
took
doing
it in
inversion,
bag
let's call it the Micro-Sun transformation.
Yeah, it's meant to be. It's meant to
Making it like 4 times longer.
Wait, something doesn't look right. Shouldn't be
Doesn't look
shouldn't
right.
be fm plus 1 of x.
If you look into the rules, apparently
What do you say?
No, the left hand side should. Or it will be fm plus 1 of
maybe a
x.
band makes it feminine.
Bro.
But I have, connections.
He
I
some
have
substitutions.
connections.
Oh wait, actually,
So
something
What do you do? What do you say?
on the red in the red
Yeah,
line.
it looks cool now. Because
So if you minus
got pictures
f of
like,
x
if you combine, it looks more
on the left hand side, then it's symmetric.
Why do I
No.
Or maybe there should be an f of x.
Wait, what is
Hold on.
something?
I'm sort of thinking like,
Wait.
So is the first line correct in your head?
Wait, why is there a thing in brackets?
I'm pretty sure when you wrote it, right?
Yeah, and then you just swap x and y.
Wait, it should be a. Wait, why is there no f in front of the
Right
bracket?
off the screen.
Oh. It's like
Oh yeah, I think it's right. Yeah.
The strike.
like Yasser, I'm sure Yasser actually is looking at the board, unlike some people.
I should have.
Like they just have it in their mind and they're just like, oh, that probably agrees.
Oh, we didn't see other substitutions.
What?
This problem is insane.
Small cases.
Who made this problem? I don't understand.
We need
Kazakhstan
shameless
Q3
propaganda titles for well-known theorems.
Striking, insane, striking.
Something striking.
spiking.
Striking just. The definition of striking is it jumps out at you without you having.
Wait,
to
what if one side
Man gets killed by IMO
what if
test
X is really small?
Man gets,
because it was too striking.
man gets killed by
I think
Kazakhstan
striking, the
MO3
result itself is
Because it was
significant. You have
too
to do
because
striking.
it was too striking.
What if you make X and Y
Kazakhstan
really
MO6.
How do you make like X really small?
X
UN Kazakhstan MO3.
Actually,
Someone keeps
X
on
is
moving
big.
my mouse. I suspect
X
this.
is
Question
Y
one.
is big.
What?
I guess
2
D
minus
could still be
a
a
1.
pathological
Oh
function.
my god.
Question 2. Some
D could just do random
difficult
stuff.
complex bashing. Question
Oh,
3.
Someone's
It just
scrolling
means
my
random.
mouse.
Oh,
Random.
Yeah.
Where is the mouse, dude?
Exactly where
So
is the
G is
mouse?
always.
Where's the mouse?
I don't
Really
know.
something
Not me.
striking.
Maybe it's not that striking. Is it?
George? Yeah.
Where's my mouse?
Should I give you a hint?
yes.
Bro, where's the
Daniel has spoken.
I feel like Alex said.
Remember, if there's a tie, we go for the person who does not
Where
know.
is it?
So we can't just, yeah.
What's going on? Oh, it's that.
House.
Dude, it's the...
Yeah, Anthony was the culprit.
Anthony was the culprit of the mouse incident.
Doesn't you strictly increasing? Yes or no?
Okay, it was a
We
self
haven't
Strictly increasing.
So,
Yeah, but shit about strictly. If you can prove it's strictly increasing, does use it?
Bro, we trying to prove that like. We trying to prove that like.
Did you just say no?
What?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
20 questions.
Fm plus 1 is greater than. Fm plus 1 of x greater than fx.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah, the next,
Yeah. I believe that.
the actual execution of the idea is just like its junior functional equation.
What? Cauchy.
Koshi.
Reduced to Cauchy. It's
The junior.
Junior.
But it's Cauchy, not Junior.
Josh is definitely not junior.
Oh. What is Junior?
Something in.
Stop it.
Really? I did
Induction.
Oh no, Rosie told us to like solve like 1 and 0 in, and then do like exploit symmetry. Like we only touch a little bit on injections.
Bro, I haven't even been a junior before.
Also love.
Well, that's very sad. Yes, I never got an AMC prize before.
Damn,
Me
that's
too.
unfortunate. I haven't got an AMC prize since
Oh,
07.
eyes? Oh, yeah.
The daddy.
Hello.
Medalu.
Hello.
Medalu.
I like how Kevin do got
my head is
medal
on
in AMC and then in
Oh, you want a hint?
geography competition.
No.
Yeah.
Wait. It was like
geography competition.
Man gets full marks on AMC.
This hint doesn't really help much.
Oh damn.
Relatable.
Wait, does it? Okay, wait. Has it? So everything that we've done so far, f of x is greater than x.
Yeah.
Like all these progress, is that already? Like, do their solutions also have that just based?
It's
Like
based.
they already do that.
Based.
Like, do
I
they-
think so. Yeah, I think they so I remember
Yeah.
their
This is
solution.
no way a simple question.
No. I think this is what I remember they proved. They proved f is injective,
I'll show you.
f is unbounded,
What do you mean?
Oh yeah.
and
Oh, we put a strong one.
and f has if it has one fixed point, it's fixed.
I'm consistent.
And
Being bad.
I don't think there was.
He's consistent.
I'm not even sure if they use. I don't think in this one they even have f of x is greater than x in this one.
Just unbounded. We use unbounded.
I mean, B could be negative according to what? I mean, you can still make progress even if G was negative.
Sus.
It's kind of a torture knowing some part of what's going on in the solution and then not being able to contribute. Because I can't exactly try to figure it out now.
I started feeling that even once that he wished that he could forget the solution, so he tried to I think Linus question,
Yeah.
Linus question.
Oh, the Hunter Rabbit one.
Yeah, even wishes he could forget the solution, so he could actually solve it by himself.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an interesting sentiment.
Wait, then f of x on x minus 1. This thing. F of x. Wait, g of f of x as x gets big. It needs to go small.
The G of f of x is kind of unknown.
No, it has to go 0. It has to.
We only proved there is one sequence of x.
Why is we feel this right now?
He came back.
If you take x really big and you fix y, if you take x
Or
really
you
big,
proved it. Or you just proved it right now.
yeah, I think it's because
Best.
if you make x really big,
Best
you fix y, then this is bigger than this. We don't know by how much, but it is bigger than this. F of m plus yeah, it's bigger than this, and then this x keep increasing.
Number.
Right? This is 0.
Big mean like if right hand side equal then
Like we don't want this to happen. Like we don't want this to be bigger than this.
yeah.
As we keep increasing x, right? So
Average.
as we keep increasing this x,
Non-science.
g of f of x needs to also it has increased with it. Is it?
Bro, this problem's way too.
I think I might turn this into a YouTube video. I'm gonna title it "What the Functional Equation."
What the fuck?
What's the function?
What the function?
What the
Fake
F?
title. It's unbound.
Yeah.
You like, watch me do my 40 lines.
F of x. F of m.
Someday when Michael's videos put on my record.
Oh, you know those YouTube videos that are like from 10 years ago? Oh, yeah.
I'm getting YouTube videos with less than 100 views.
Okay, what you do my 40 lines? Ready?
I was thinking how to make clickbait videos, like
Completely random.
I was like, I can't stand this woman, and then
Oh, what's
you click the video, and it's just me trying to stand this figurine of a woman on the table.
Function composition. This is usually not a good sign, but we realize that the identity works, so that is what we want to We got one buck, we are done.
Next question.
And does using the D notation actually make it easier? Because you're kind of forgetting where it all came from.
Yes, no question.
Yes.
What is this?
Oh no. Not yet.
I'm doing my 40 lines.
Once we figure out this thing, we can teach it.
So the yes no question
Hour 40
there's a
lines.
Does the A of step work? So the next step works even if you don't know about g of x being positive.
Yes.
Oh,
Whoa.
What are you hearing?
what is the striking?
They have literally they have over zero information about g within the A of solution.
Read my 14 lines.
So something recruiting Jackie.
We have like f
Just a regular old man.
to be close to x.
Yes, man.
Strikingly obvious.
But I'm tempted to try to generalize the other method as well.
I wish I asked you.
You really have a g of x and xn goes to 0.
Wait, it doesn't reduce limits?
I think it's a completely different.
Roosters.
I think I have it completely different. I think it's similar to what I did last week.
So you actually have a sequence that goes to infinity
Straight A's.
such that g goes to 0.
Shit.
No,
No,
it's kind of by contradiction.
I'm gonna write one line down, okay?
Yeah,
Alright, write one line down. So this is the like non-helpful line, okay? It doesn't help at all.
Oh, you're on the same line.
I'm insane.
What the fuck?
Nah, Kazakhstan should go kill themselves. Nah,
I'm insane. It probably is helpful.
And then that becomes the title of the video.
ah,
Oh, I know.
What's the
yeah.
What's the functional equation?
Nobody's
But yeah,
Or maybe this could actually or maybe it actually is a
This
useful.
question made Olympiad students racist.
That's a useful. I guess.
Oh, now we ditched the G.
I guess it's still it still might be a useful hint because it removes the distracting details. But
Well, no, because now we have x equals 1, so like f of
Now we
x.
solve y. Now we solve x equals something else.
x equals 1.
X equals minus 1. Even though that sounds something right, we don't talk about that.
This is my bet. This is the trick.
F of x on x minus 1.
I'm dying to tell someone.
Oh, look at my
This is true for all. This is true for all x where we don't. What was that assumed knowledge before this step?
The assumed knowledge was f is unbounded.
Okay,
If you have one fixed point, then
let's just pretend there is no assumed knowledge here. That is the first step.
we don't need any. That's the first step that they did.
Not necessarily that they did, but you know, like that one might do.
The left hand side is unbounded. Yes. The right hand side.
Yeah.
Okay, so now f over y minus f over x equals stuff that is not useful.
So it means
How? How does
Oh my god.
either f of x is unbounded or g of f of x is unbounded.
Exploit sim.
Which is
how do you know by like a junior teacher?
The title of the video should be AMCQ1 full solution. AMC question 1.
When should I put the next hint?
AMC
so
upper
the f plus
primary.
1 probably not good.
AMCQ.
Probably an inequality again. I'm assuming
Be like
there's some very boring details, but very. So if g of f
I like to play the troll.
if gf1 was negative,
I like how you would literally sprint faster.
then
Maybe it's not as striking as I thought.
How much minutes? Oh, I beat 15
X equals.
Maybe more striking for year 12 students.
But no one here is
No one
Well, we have any forms.
Because you haven't grown enough yet.
I'm not gonna lie, now
is f subjective.
Oh, we're back with this one.
Yes. Hello, welcome back to another tutorial.
Wait, all the other ones are tied. Wait, EGM
Hello
can like
guys,
girls
this is
do
another
the
video. Me, Grandmaster.
Oh, it's
Yeah, I just spit that teeth
It's like Bosnian apes. Bosnian apes aside. I know you guys are probably
They call me the Tetris boss.
One society.
Yes, they do.
Oh, this question is so hard.
Probably my feeling.
Why is it worse?
I know I'm a god, but
Oh wait, I think I did this question. Oh
Yes, it is.
You're British.
I wonder how much the sequence takes. You get the sequence and then you.
I said
Could you prove
by
those other
contradiction
limits?
there is a sequence.
I love how I just
Could you prove the other limits?
Which are the
Like any of those limits that was used in the proof?
This is stupid.
Not really.
Literally.
Like, could you probably solve it in general with that sequence?
I can beat
Yeah, I said
high school with like.
it doesn't exist a
Oh, no, no,
C.
you want to
I
see
said-
my bets? This is my bet.
What did I say?
I like how
I said the lim sup of f of x over
No,
x
no, no,
can't be
you want
greater
to
than
see
1.
the replay of first at high school.
That's what I proved, I guess. I think.
When should I put the next hint off?
Never.
Oh, I think you should put it now.
So you've taken opposite stances
Yeah,
there.
I'm giving up now.
Oh wait, not the lim sup, the lim inf. The lim
I
int
see
of
nothing.
x.
I don't it's a sequel thing that's
Oh,
Maybe you can change it. Maybe you can change it. Even that you like get rid of one of the terms. on the right hand side.
Oh wait, my question, not a yes or no question is,
The
can
next
we
move is
ignore
object.
the
We
f
should-
of 1 and
Yeah,
f n plus 1 over 1?
The only.
What do you mean ignore?
Like just make it C and then
Oh,
Yeah, can you like consider
yes.
them as like non
What?
Yes.
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 okay. Can we make
If
G
you
of f
have
of
a
1 just
beginner
make it P?
access, you can use an anti-tank guided missile instead.
Oh wow. Have you seen the video? How to weaponize your Tesco shopping?
Oh.
No, how to weaponize IKEA
Make
pets.
progress.
Or that.
Oh my god.
I was not ready. I was learn how to
I mean, ignoring. I think ignoring is an
I've seen
important
that,
skill.
If only I could forget.
Guys, yes, it is.
Ignoring.
Ignoring.
What's the video saying? Why is AI not intelligent yet? The reason is they said AI
back
can't.
to another
AI is bad at
tutorial.
AI is bad at figuring out what's
Okay, what's
important
this
and
all
what should they ignore, what they should ignore.
They didn't need to ignore. They just.
That's why true. They say that's why the video says true AI hasn't been reached.
But huge AIs versus something.
Me and the Grandmaster
Yes.
Vikram Rahul.
Which is C can still be negative.
While people are building their army of artificially
He's
intelligent
the top
robots,
player.
I am raising an army of naturally intelligent
What's
students.
his score? What's his rating?
Maybe
Now,
you X.
no, you said it.
X is
mine.
no.
And totally
X is
What now has a material
alternative.
advantage?
You can
You can
send.
set some X. Oh wait, no, you can't really get rid of F.
According to the rules of the
something just
organization,
one variable.
There's no like. You said the
It's
current.
like something like a set.
piece cannot move to
Like
another
C plus
square
D.
with a piece of the same color.
If you
Thus, flying an intercontinental ballistic missile would be against
What do
the
you make?
rules.
You place
As
X
we
with
already
FM
have
of X.
our knife here.
No way.
I don't know. Or you make X replace with FM of X.
What? I didn't what?
Move the GF of X
Oh
to
wait,
that side.
no.
Move the GF of
Maybe
X.
simply just bring that in to
Number one,
to-
crash. Yeah, you need to make mistakes. Therefore, you should
So
die.
F of X is like F
And then
of
you,
M.
and next time you put it how to.
You
Learn from your past mistakes.
minus C.
You learn from your
Good
past
work on
mistakes.
navigating the round. But did you see the problem?
X is all cancelled.
That's right.
We
It's called-
we get like G.
That's right,
minus
what?
Y.
Oh,
No, X minus Y.
This is what?
Minus C X minus Y. Equal to G of
What? I
F of
didn't get it.
X.
It didn't even.
okay.
Y minus Y. Minus C, Y minus D. You have to do it. Yeah, you did.
Alright, 3 o'clock. I'm gonna write something up.
I don't know how
you
to
gotta
do
type.
this. It's too hard.
So this is
Actually, time pressure is not good for
Then
creativity.
Hello, games. Welcome back.
Do you agree?
Back to the hood.
Hello?
Wait,
This
God.
guy's dead.
This is true.
Yes, it is.
Wait, X is less than 1. This becomes negative.
This is true.
No, what is this?
This doesn't mean jack shit.
What do you mean vacuous? What do you mean vacuous? Punch
How do you remember?
Like,
Yes.
get
Oh,
get
wait,
at least
How do you remember?
I don't know.
There's one thing that
again.
I have to go back to
Oh!
What? Yeah, G of F is constant.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Dude, GMF is constant.
Right?
Wait, how'd you do that?
I used some previous steps. So,
We
wait, you have to reverse the previous lines. Wait, Michael, you have to reverse the previous lines.
you actually do that. It's constant.
Okay, you just go straight
It's all under the blue line.
Car and see.
Also,
No, you
can
get
you start back to the original equation?
I'll move it around, okay?
No,
Plus CX plus
Oh, you know.
everything's here in front of you.
Plus CX
So-
minus Y is equal
so-
to move it over.
Is it just the bottom line, or do you need the black line?
Leon, the
You need the black line.
Oh, you need the black line.
Leon, the chest random
So you G F of Y
So, firstly,
minus G F of X.
remove the
Also,
Equal
maybe
to C.
maybe they're stuck in the right.
Y and X.
remove the key
Yeah.
first.
Do I have to do another chest tutorial?
Or replace f of m plus 1 of x. Replace f of m plus 1 of x with the f of x stuff.
So,
Oh no, I was so dumb the whole time because I was only looking at the bottom line in isolation.
Yeah.
but
Oh, wait. I canceled these two.
Yeah, why did
Oopsies. I need a roll.
so f of x cfy
accidentally.
Let's use the assume the solution.
f of y
So you
equals
get rid of the F of X. Can you like just put X as well or something? I did not get rid of that. Yes.
No!
I got rid of the f.
Just cancel everything out. Because it's symmetric, and then now you get rid of the
Stop being a thunder. Actually, stop being a thunder.
Linus computer.
Linus check
Linus.
Yeah, I just
I use I use it.
Linus tech tips.
I use the Linus.
Wait, look at this, look at this. Wait, ready.
Oh, this is very promising.
What?
Steve Jobs computer or Linus computer.
What does this mean?
G
What does this mean? That means
G
X
f
has to be
y
like
times x.
Linus Texas is number 31 player.
I'm losing it now.
And he's Canadian. I didn't know Linus was so
This could.
This
The country code
Wait,
Canada.
can we use this up? Or?
I didn't know Linus Texas was so good.
No, just the one.
That was like 5.2.
We got like G of F of Y times X minus 1 minus CX.
But no,
Same with G of
that's the
X
same thing as
times
that.
Y minus 1 minus CX. Or X.
Oh, we got the same thing as you. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that
Maybe. Wait, what'd you say again?
G of F of Y times X minus 1?
G of f of y
Oh, because wait, C. I mean,
times
C
x
is,
minus y
Oh, I mean C is fixed.
My brain is not.
Yeah.
equals what?
What do you mean? What do you mean C is fixed?
Because
No, C is fixed because it's defined as G of F of 1.
I mean it works for any C.
Oh!
What are you talking about?
Oh! Oh!
Wow.
It does! Yeah, wait, it does.
What are they saying?
Just move it over.
Because
Yeah.
we can.
What are you saying?
Oh! So what's that C? Is G of F1. So yeah, G of F of X is constant. Then. G of F of X is constant.
Really?
Yeah.
How
I
come?
think instead of choosing one, we could have chosen two, and then we use a different C, but it has to be the same C. Yeah.
What you do is you make F of X a subject,
Yeah.
and you plug it into symmetry. Then you get like your method
Because if you use, if you make
get
C
everything
G of F of
you get
2,
some cancelled, and you get
you have the same
G
equation
of
with a
Y
different
times
C,
X
but
minus 1 minus C of X
since it's the
equals
same
G
equation,
of
it has to
X
be
times Y
the
minus
C
1
has to be the same.
But then C was defined as just a constant because no wait it doesn't because
you will get like.
no it doesn't because
Oh wait, it's not.
it's not you can't because when you made the
You
G
get
of
2 GF.
yeah you need to change your thing then it changes
Then you get a.
Alright, someone. Alright.
Ah! Like a 2 here.
back to
Why is it two?
This constant has to stay.
Alright, spoiler coming in 3.
Oh, what time is it now?
When you sub in y equals 1.
You guys are close. I mean, it's not. You're not doing nothing.
Wait, actually, no, wait.
No, but then
No.
how are we supposed to solve this in like 3 minutes?
Oh, so.
We'll not solve the whole
so
equation.
close.
You just get the next.
Well, we're not reading
What's
about
the
it.
next step?
It's always at the next step. You know?
We haven't got the next step yet.
Oh, you kind of, sort of.
Oh,
Sort of.
F of y times f
the
of
one that made it as a
Oh, it's still good. No, actually, it's still good because means no matter what x and y are, it's still no matter what x and y are seen, you get the same value. I mean, no matter x. Yes, this thing is constant.
Hello guys.
Yes.
Yes, it just
This guy's just giving up.
Today I will show you what's
Alright, 3 o'clock.
Okay.
The next line.
What is that? Tell us.
It is a variation of the tennyson.
The suspense.
He's killing me.
What's going on? What's going on?
He's already dead. What? Wait a minute.
Wait a second.
Wait.
Wait, where did you enter to?
Oh, oops. Yeah, sorry.
What's going on? What's going on?
Oh, you're subtracting them?
I don't see.
Oh no, I got killed! No!
Oh,
That's
wait,
it.
wait. Oh,
That's it. You minus the 2
Yeah.
is good.
Oh my God,
You
yeah.
die?
because you get like. Wait.
GFX
You get an equation
Oh.
for g of f of x in terms of x.
Oh, GFX is
Oh my
linear.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah. You got it's like a linear X.
What is a
Oh my
linear
God.
x?
Yeah.
also
Bro, what?
Oh,
FX
that was the
over
junior
X
math
minus
technique.
Junior math technique.
Stop
Then f of x
Oh,
minus
no.
x minus 1
So,
is equal to.
So from our
So
results,
actually, to be precise, it wasn't like
Highly
Kazakhstan
advanced
year 12
technique of
Olympiad. It was like year 10 and 11.
oh wait, that's good.
So
I think
that's what makes
I
it
think
maybe a
our
little
results-
harder.
I think our results solve it because
Yeah.
if A has to be positive from our results,
Yeah.
Yes.
and if A is positive, then f of x over
B has to be
x,
positive. Oh.
f of x over x will be unbounded.
Yeah.
So then that's contradiction
Why?
because of a sequence.
What happens with the sequence?
Because the sequence f of x over x can't be f of x over f of x can't be unbounded.
Oh.
Oh, actually, wait, hang on.
You
Oh, no,
prove
no,
F
no,
of X.
Oh no, it's f of x, not f. It doesn't quite. No. No, if it said g of x equals x, what would be solved?
Wait, but then this. I feel like. No, using this.
Yeah, but
Also,
There was one thing you missed.
if
Did you see the problem?
Is equal to a
yeah,
y
the
plus
problem was
b
you.
times y minus 1 minus cy. Is this injected? If this function is injected, then we know it.
So you basically had all the ideas. You basically like Will said it was linear, right?
Yeah.
You were like subbing in 2 and stuff.
Bruh.
I guess essentially the thing was like a separation of variables, right? That's what the twiddle whatever it did. It put all the x's and y's separate.
Oh wait, this equation. I think this equation still gives the same thing.
If this gradual is
I
injected,
don't know about all of these
Then,
advanced functional equation techniques. I
you
can't
are
even
done.
solve a functional equation that a year 3 kid
But
would
also
solve.
Ricky.
Oh.
Kids can solve functional.
Well, some of them.
Wait, can I join you now? Because I only looked up at that
I'm
point.
pretty sure in China,
That's just one over.
Yeah, but no matter how good
Try
you are,
something in the
there's always a lot.
Like I only saw these lines in the solution.
I don't think a year 3 student could solve.
Wait, so we get like
In principle, I could join you right now.
In China,
Wait,
there's
so does this just give us f of x as a polygon?
A 5-year-old kid in China.
I think so, yeah.
Except unless you're long one.
a 5-year-old kid in China beats me in functional.
Wait, hold on. It's f of x.
yeah, f of x.
Oh, f of x.
Grandmaster in chess.
Never mind.
on f of x.
The grandmaster chess.
So it means f of x over f of x is unbounded.
Yeah.
So f of x is
A is non-zero.
Yes.
It's possible.
Oh yeah, it could still be
equals.
into a PL. Yes, it is weak round. Not to check, but not to
But that's striking, right?
Yeah.
Quite.
Amazing. F of x over f of x is
1, f of f.
Holy crap.
A plus b. Constant times f of
Holy
1 equals
crap.
f of 1.
Crap, man.
2.
Nah, that's true.
2a constant. No, it's not.
Wait, but this means that B. It means that we're lower bounded by something. Or is that B positive or negative?
Well, I think it should be positive.
Positive.
Actually, wait, it depends. Depends on. Oh wait, no. If you compare since we know f of x is greater than x, I feel like.
Yeah, if x is really close to 0, then b needs to be positive.
I think B is positive.
Bro, this is literally. Yes, junior techniques.
The old men are
Because I have f of x approaches f of x as f of x as x goes to 0.
Oh, you do?
I think so, yeah. Because if you look at your original twiddle, like not twiddle, the symmetry thing, then if you make your x approach to 0, then you're strictly decreasing your you're decreasing the side, your left hand side. If I'm looking at your board right now, you're strictly decreasing your left hand side, and f of n plus 1 x is greater than f of x, and you're also decreasing g of f of y of x.
Oh.
So that means g of so that the right hand side isn't strictly like big enough. Oh wait, but we fixed y.
So g of f of x needs to decrease?
Yeah, g of f of x needs to, because we have fixed y right now. We haven't changed that y. We're not changing our y.
Well, I think it's obvious that the person, the f of x versus x, just from that. So that's x approaching 0.
f of x must
The right
avoid.
side is
So f of x avoids all these.
Well, if f approaches 0, it doesn't be 1.
Yeah, I feel then that means b has to be 1. That's what I'm trying to prove.
What?
B is 1.
B is 1.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say.
We
B is 1.
But, sorry.
The limit of Bigfoot as x approaches 0 for g of f of x is 0.
So you're saying if x goes to 0, f of x...
Then g of f of x goes to 0.
Really?
Yeah, because if it's lower bounded for lower, then that means
Then b goes to 0.
the b goes to 1. No.
Oh.
G was defined as something minus 1. G of f of x is defined as f of x over f of x minus 1.
Oh, okay, we got two different b's here, sorry.
Oh wait, yeah. They're not the same.
You're saying this b goes to 0, 1.
Yeah, that one.
So because f of x might not be in the infinite sequences. So
Yeah, so why is g of f of x goes to 0?
But g of f of x is lower bounded by some.
Top 10 bangs. Like this is like the greatest hits of all time.
What? Greatest
The greatest hits in human history.
Great what?
Great
Wait,
undisputed.
big chunk is big chunk.
Okay. This is linear. What the? F of x equals this graph.
Wait, that's with your sequence.
It's
Wait,
just
And you have it on
chunk
this line.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
So your sequence gives you a sequence for which f of x on x goes to 1, right?
It just needs big
Although,
chunks. They will go back to another
haven't done anything for f of x.
Okay, but that proves that f of x on x squared goes to a.
What just happened? Oh,
No, like a Chinese accent for English.
Yeah.
Okay.
No one can because we're all
Yeah.
fluent
So
Chinese.
a
Just copy
goes
our
to A.
parents. Easy.
Oh,
I don't know how to do it because I'm pretty sure the axis. I don't know how the axis works. How do you even get that? Pretty sure it's from like.
It's not an infinite sequence. The infinite sequence of f of x going to f of x going to ax squared. The a is
We just want
So so we basically entered x squared territory. So now we put an f of x is quadratic. It's at least quadratic. Yeah.
To me, fat chunk.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's how did f of
They
x
could
become
have
quadratic?
No, I need a rest.
Chungus is so bad.
You go. Good time.
Chungus is my eye.
Trick your opponent with an intercontinental
This looks
ballistic
crazy.
missile.
Crazy. I want paper.
Position a tank on E8.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, that's how the Ukraine-Russia war. I meant to say the Ukraine-Russia war.
According to the
Really,
international.
chess match between Ukraine and
Like if a was 0, could we solve it?
And like the answer was you have to move like knight to E9. Like is it possible? You have to like move it outside the board. Otherwise it's not possible. E9.
You say you can't move out of the board.
Yeah, exactly. The International Chess Organization states that a piece cannot be moved from the square with a piece of the same size. Therefore, using an intercontinental ballistic missile is not illegal.
There's bigger problems you have to focus on.
So, can you think of a better solution to this?
Oh, yeah. If b equals 1, you can
Oh, really?
Solution.
yes.
Wait, so
But
if
b is
like this bottom
wait a
B,
minute, if b is less than 1.
What's the solution for white?
So I think I think we just think b is larger than 1.
like this B, yeah.
One and what you
The f of x on x, f of x.
Yeah, that b.
What you think is at C5?
Because
position going to come here with land on square C.
if you get right hand side,
Place a landmine on C4.
Bad.
The C4 is already a landmine.
the c
Permanent
position.
landmine. Permanent landmine.
Oh, you get a fixed point.
Oh my
Yeah,
one
so
more
like
landmine.
ax plus b can never equal to 1.
Yeah.
So I think you need b is
Yeah.
1.
Oh wait, that is correct.
Yeah,
So
you
B,
need b larger.
Oh,
B
land
larger
is
than
at least 1.
yeah, but
You
if,
need
Oh.
a,
Oh, that's from the previous. That's from the f of x at least x.
and
Yeah,
a
yeah,
is
yeah.
positive.
Oh.
That's my
Oh, a is
favorite.
against larger.
A, no, I'm pretty sure A is one.
It's Leo.
Oh, it could be so good.
What are you expecting, huh?
The thing, f of x is a quadratic. F of x is at least a quadratic form.
Alex, look at the whole transcript of the YouTube.
It just doesn't feel right.
Oh no.
It does feel right.
What's the better move, Leo? I mean, Alex.
What's
What's the better move?
Which is, it says that infinite sequence of f of x goes to infinity.
What place is it on?
Get the knife stuck in the opposition. You instantly.
That F squared x is just F.
Instantly wait for you stuck
compile
on
twice.
the knife because there's no more.
Something
Why should not have some material advance?
Did it blow up recently?
I don't know.
Intercomplex missiles with solo level. Anthony, with that whole international continental ballistic missiles with solo level.
Making some old chess situations.
Duel else I will kill.
However, it is if you are a beginner.
Taste this, right?
You are a beginner. You can start by placing a landmine on the support and moving your army up.
Moving your army down one range.
If you are a beginner at chess, you can use an
And
anti-tank.
evolving your queen into a monarch.
No, asking the Queen Elizabeth to give you more questions. No, then you find someone who's got
If
sense.
you are a beginner, start by evolving your queen into a monarch and merging it with your queen.
Every time you say go take a quick
Yeah.
Oh,
That's why we should
Chess but British.
imagine imagine if her son just never gets Spain because like he died. Oh, it gets really sad.
Come here.
Why is this guy going crazy?
Balls away.
El Bozo,
Balls away.
You like a bowl.
would you like a bowl of rice?
Balls away.
Bottle of water.
Oh,
Why has
You
this
have a true British among us. British.
the 8 times 65 pence equal to a quid? So much, but it adds up, down it. Yeah. Say it's quid,
Basketball
Wow.
session now only go
Pure
now we
wow.
can solve it in like
You sure?
I'm extremely sure.
Hey, where'd you find it? Hey, what's that? Oh, it's water. Where'd you get it? Oh, it came with the house.
Or what if you apply F again?
You in the house.
Oh, because
I can't
if you
believe
apply
they
F a lot
get
of times,
free
then you
water.
get the F of N.
Why do they get free water?
F, because X is
We don't get free water.
F squared of
No,
X.
it's from the well. Yes, we should do an American.
You never wanted.
Slow ones or something. No, that's
oh, if it should search it.
Wait, no.
Yeah, if it's
Oh,
search it, dude. Should search
Would
it.
you like a bottle of water?
Okay, wait. Hear me out.
Missed that.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
Come.
I get F M of X
What?
approximately X to the M.
I like the Vietnamese question.
No.
Just show me.
Like F ammo.
I can't get up.
Get out, you freaking fat.
To the F. Oh.
You have f of x plus c, x plus d, equals g of x, g of f of x plus f of f plus x. Right? Yeah. Is that the thing that we have? Yeah.
Who's in Paris?
So as I said,
You're a Paris
we will
resident.
open-
Ah, yes. My favorite Paris resident.
Dude,
Okay.
Lucas.
I got a question.
But we also have the fact
What
that
area?
I think it's
What?
like g of
Got a
g of
question. Got a
g of f of x.
What area?
We It's
Wait,
also
I think I found. I think I have something fun for you. I think I might get. I think I have something that might work for m greater than 1. It kind of complements the m equals 1 piece.
What?
Because
m
greater than 1. M greater than 1 comes at least a quadratic. Which means that I think get the right hand side to be.
But you
So the right hand side is quadratic in y minus then basically make this x equals 1. Increase y then f of all y is a quadratic.
The highest rate.
Oh, do you get a quadratic as well?
I got if m is greater than 1, if m is greater than 1, then fm of y is quadratic in y. Is at least quadratic in y.
It's a pint in there.
But then the right hand side gets too big.
So wait, minus these cancel. Your x, y's cancel. All you get is you get
Oink oink.
No, mate.
No.
Cyrus managed.
You get ax plus bx minus cx is equal to ay plus b.
No, I looked at you.
Wait, yeah, if you do the algebra, you get a plus b. You have to get the a plus b minus c is actually 0. So a plus b is actually
if I
c.
keep on doing this type intently, I think my
So you have to, your constants have to. Okay.
Yeah, so I just have to figure out what the constants
if
are.
it's X rank, then they're dead already.
I can see the quadratic.
No, I tried
I
putting
was
it in.
stream
Like,
sniping.
you get g of f of y times x minus 1 minus 6
I
minus
just
9
stream
is equal to g of f
sniping.
of x
Except
plus
that
y.
I could never get in the match.
Oh yeah.
And find an x plus b.
Huh?
Well, are you sure it's g? Wait.
Would you rather be born in
Oh, yeah.
Australia
The quadratic thing
or
was f of
be born in Chad but
fm of y. If m is at least
Well, but then I'm no longer
fm of y is at least the quadratic in y.
No, but your passport, you can have
it's
dual
not.
citizen.
Oh,
Right-hand
damn.
side
is
Chad and Australia.
And if make x equals 1, which is fixed, then
Come on.
this thing becomes
Australian
f of
Chad.
something.
Australian Chad.
Basically means that
Not
f
Sydney,
of
not
y,
whatever. Australian
f of
Chad.
all y eventually becomes at least quadratic. I think that's a contradiction.
Yeah, but it's
what
Chad.
the hell? What the?
It's Australian Chad.
I think the funny thing is that I think it might work for m greater than 1, but then you can't. It just means combining y equals 2.
Exception. You know what doesn't work in Romania?
Then so I think this only works for
You
m
know
greater
what
than
doesn't
1.
work in Romania?
What?
Wallets.
Yeah, we'll have to write what you said on the board somehow.
Wallets don't work in Romania.
Okay.
You get it, Anthony? Wallets don't work in Romania. They keep on stealing your money.
Hey, yeah.
They actually stole everything. Everyone there's basically petty criminal.
Bro, you get like 36 with like the clusters. I'm actually logging it.
Dogecoin is the biggest currency.
Then what's not a currency that is not?
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin was a currency, huh?
Wait, what is? What if you did this? Hold on. Wait, what about what you did as well? Hold on. Is this right? If you do if you do 3 f's, yeah,
Yeah.
then you get
You get
a f of x
it's like yeah, just get
plus
cubic
b times ax plus b, right? Times f of x squared. Is that right? Hold on. Let me just do this again. So you get ax plus b times f of x, yeah? Alright. Which equals a f of x plus b and then this is iterated
What
again.
even is that? I don't know.
Do the most Karen.
Ax plus b,
Oh, it's also doing
and then
Speak Karen.
you get the f of x here.
Speak Karen.
Is that right?
I'm trying to think.
You have to try like mix those.
And then you divide both sides by f of x
The
squared.
windows because
Yeah.
she didn't wear a mask.
So
Okay.
f cubed
Hey, yo,
x on f of x squared equals a plus b on f of x.
Yeah.
Ax plus b. Is that right?
That's.
Karen
I think I just used the Python.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, I'm thinking of something else, but is this right?
Yes, I had that as my PE
Yeah. Yes.
And I got
And then you make
when have to
then
look
you
for the story.
you take your
Oh, I got
sequence.
15 out of 20.
Then you had
So all rest of my grouping, right?
no, I just want to use your sequence. Okay, so if we use your sequence, right, then the left hand side goes to 1, right?
That's happened.
Oh wait, does it?
Pasta
The left hand side goes to 1.
No, it doesn't
Even
work.
pasta.
No, it doesn't work.
Is one in pasta.
Wait, but a sequence doesn't really do anything for composition. It doesn't really do everything for f of f of x.
Okay, here.
Funny American.
Half and half. Half and half.
Half and half.
It sounds the same. Mary. Mary. What do I mean? 1 R or 2 R's? No, it's Mary.
Who you marry? Who you marry?
Will you marry? Will you eat the biscuit, Mary? Let's eat grandma. So, is it without apostrophe or without apostrophe?
Yeah, when a comma
The cover cost the company $1.6 million.
Wait, so what was your thing about f of m?
So this is it's meant to work for m at least 2.
Oh.
Everybody. So the original equation. The
Where
original,
do we go?
I guess the very original
I don't
equation.
remember what the original thing is.
I forgot.
F of x. It's from x and y.
F of x.
Oh, it's f of y.
Well, G of
I thought
y
something
of
was
x.
So now, so if m is at least 2, then fm of y is at least f2 of y.
Random in
Okay.
And f2 of y is, so f2 of y, since it's ax plus b times f of x, that's, and f of x is at least x, then f2 of y is at least quadratic in y.
Okay.
So that means the right hand side is at least, if we just make x equals 1,
Okay.
No, he's
that's
correct. I'm
us.
pretty sure. That is correct.
Plus a quadratic in y. Is
yeah,
that what you're saying?
big O notation.
Yeah, because f of y is like at least y times ay plus b.
Okay.
So yeah.
A y squared something. A or ay squared.
So it's like f of this, yeah?
Half by your parents.
Which is at least.
There are 1 half.
Wait, what? No, it's not that.
There are 3 halves and 1.
Wait, it's not that.
Wow, there are 0 Oscars.
Oh, it's like f of y. Yeah?
There are 0
Well,
Oscars.
anyway, it's quadratic.
So it's at least g of y plus ay squared plus by plus c.
It's amazing.
No. So we already know that g of y is at least 0, and now the right hand side is at least quadratic. If you make x 1, then f of x plus y is f of 1 plus y is at least a quadratic, which basically means that f of y is at least quadratic.
The enemy is a
Minus f of 1, yeah?
Now, so that pretty much proves f of y is at least quadratic.
Yes.
Yeah, for all. Yeah, okay.
By just replacing, just doing a shift of y, shifting y.
Yeah.
So for all values greater than or equal to f of 1.
Yeah, greater than f of
Yeah. So that should contradict the sequence.
Huh?
I mean, technically, yeah.
What sequence?
Wait, but then what if A is like negative? Can A be negative?
So it can't be, shouldn't be. I think we already proved it's positive before. Because it can't be. It has to be positive because we know f of x is at least x, so f of x is at least f of x.
What sequence? What
Oh,
sequence?
this is my sequence.
That does what?
About the limit. Just your sequence, but for general m.
Oh. Wait, so I guess if you have an xn, right? That's really big, yeah. And then you set so xn will be much bigger than f of 1. So you set y. Yeah. Then you set y equals to this x of n minus f of 1.
I don't care if your computer is C
That what you're doing?
computer or minus.
And then it should contradict.
Yeah, well, why not?
Are you saying like the f of x and then goes to like?
I don't care how old you are.
Oh, what the?
I think. Wait, a can still be 0.
No, A can be 0, so it's non-negative. Okay. A is non-negative.
I'm a tester.
Oh, so the proper argument, I guess, is something like this:
What?
f of xn over xn is greater than or equal to a.
Would you like to repeat that again? What's when?
Is like this, right?
Yeah.
This is why I changed my AR to
And that's pretty old.
0.7.
If xn is increasing,
Yeah, xn's been the outcome. Yeah, teamwork.
A is. That means that A has to be 0.
Electric car.
you will.
So.
That means A has to be 0.
A is 0, B is 1.
Yeah.
Wait.
Wait, why does B have to be 1?
Oh wait,
B, I don't know if we can say.
this
A
is
is just at least 1.
No, B is just at least 1. That's all we know.
If B equals 1, then we already have a fixed point.
Survived 7
drop
days.
But then
What's
f of
the
m.
spiders?
But that's, the good thing is fm of y is just b to the power of n minus 1 times f of y.
It doesn't have n minus 1.
Oh.
Oh, wait, it is.
Well, tourists are afraid of spiders.
very nice.
Australians are afraid of mag.
Yeah, we proved that f of x is over f of x is equal to B.
Yes, likewise on the one with those dangerous.
Did you see it?
No, he was lying.
Also,
He was lying.
that is the formula for f of m of y.
Okay, so basically this is what we did, okay? So in the original equation, yeah, if m is at least 2, then this is at least f of y, yeah? And f of y is at least like, there's like ay plus b times f of y, yeah? And f of y is at least y, so it's at least ay squared plus by, yeah?
Oh my god, you actually get like, yeah, this is n minus.
I don't even need to see. So it's greater than or equal to this, yeah?
Yeah.
And you delete the gy as well.
Okay.
Oh wait, even
So you let x equals 1 and then you delete it.
Oh, actually, I think this also works for b because if b is greater than 1, I think this still works because.
And then you get this, right?
It's greater than you.
Yeah. So if
And
It's bigger than.
that still contradicts the
so
sequence.
if you have a
I mean,
sequence,
that's not bigger than. It's bigger than
so if we still have a sequence where f of xn on xn goes to 1,
what is your
right?
sequence? Oh, it's like.
Then this will prove that a equals 0.
Wait, I think it proves A is 0 and also B is 1. Yeah, it does prove B is
I
1.
said that before, but no one.
What?
No one- And then I doubted myself. All right, so all right.
I think it's
Oh,
B.
we didn't write it down yet, but yeah, I guess
I think it is B is 1.
Okay, so then you if xn is big,
I
right?
know it is B.
As long as anything is bigger than f of 1, you can sub y equals that minus f of 1, right? And then so you sub this in.
Does Kazakhstan do well?
You could maybe no one in the country solves it
No, but then why would you give a question that nobody's gonna solve?
because you know your problems get leaked onto other.
Because they belong.
because well, it could be one guy.
They
So
split up on
One guy. Yeah, if there's one guy, then that makes sense.
Or they didn't
Then you
expect
sub that in for y, and then
It's
divide
like
both sides by
paint
xn,
without any words.
Or they didn't expect it.
and then you get this. So this goes to 0.
That's what they did. Yeah.
This thing makes a has to be 0, because this thing goes to 1, right?
Yeah.
When you
So
do that,
this thing gets big.
Yeah, that's me. I had something I missed.
You have to have that.
when you're about to
you have to
die,
have that.
So then this has to be 0, right?
And we also have one.
Yeah, yes, we want.
when you've almost
already
down stacked on the top of the board, then you do that.
Because if b was
B's already greater equal to 1. So
yeah.
if B is not equal to
Yeah,
1, but if
it's
B is
You
greater,
have to, no, you have to wait.
It doesn't.
yeah.
So this goes to b, right? So you get 1 is greater than equal to b.
Yeah, so B is.
Equal to
Whoa!
I'm blinding.
Yo.
Wait, so we get.
We're done.
So you're done. F of x is equal to f of x.
Oh, the sequence. It comes clutch.
Come on, yes.
So it was really about the sequence.
Wait, hang on. Did he?
Wait, what? I thought you said you don't use the sequence though.
Oh,
Okay, it all comes down to this.
no, I said
if
I
this-
didn't have the sequence. That's what I said.
No, I thought you meant like the intended solution.
But you know, but the thing that makes this cool is everything in the m equals 1 solution gives progress. Like
Yeah.
anything can be generalized to progress, and any two things solves.
Oh, wow, that's no. This is too crazy, man. I didn't even think of doing the bounding from that one. Why?
Should I just do
The sequence.
Yeah.
Does he have enough
What
time?
basketball?
I think we have to go basketball.
We have to go to basketball.
Actually, if you want to push it back to 4 o'clock,
Oh,
You sacrifice
we're
basketball.
gonna end at like 5:30. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
I think we need to relieve the tension.
so that'll be like the full problem then.
Yeah. Finalize it.
It's kind of neat, and we basically did it our own way.
Okay.
I will help writing this up. Oh, somebody needs help writing up.
Yeah, see, that's something that can be done that doesn't really stress you out for the exam.
Alright, we're going to basketball. George.
So proving the existence of the sequence.
Oh, right.
Is it recorded already?
Yeah. I guess we keep it in the same recording.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, the thing is, like, if you make a 10-hour video, it's still just one view.
Yeah.
But there's like a watch time thing as well. Like you need 1,000 subscribers and like 4,000 hours.
10-hour live.
What our basketball gives me like
Okay.
You can make it
So that's the-
this all rides on
30,000
you.
coins.
My hands are sweaty.
Assume
Alright, get your shoes on.
assume
Ready.
there exists.
Wait, how long will it take, guys?
Let's see. 10 minutes, hopefully, if it's correct.
10 minutes if it's correct.
10 minutes.
Let's go.
Then,
If
Fake souls.
Wow.
When our grind is
Assume
The sacred.
when our
Fuck.
why is it so hot? 17 degrees and it feels so hot.
We're so used to like 10 degrees. Australian stuff.
well, cooking to myself.
So this is proof by contradiction.
Assume there exists c greater than 1 and d greater than 0, such that f of x greater than or equal to cx minus d for all x. Okay.
So now, I write a very long line.
What the heck?
By assuming that, what does that mean?
Let's
Oh, this is
He's
proving.
trying to prove like for the sake of contradiction.
Okay, now
Above a straight line.
look at this is a very long line, but
Wait, is that?
Is this is d right? Is c minus d meant to be bigger than 1?
What does this mean?
wait, why is c minus d going? Wait,
Why is
F1
C1
secret?
Wait, how does that even give you the sequence?
Wait, what's the point of having a c minus d?
oh, because oh no, it's because to make the inequality work, I guess. Because I think just using cx doesn't quite work for the next part. It's kind of like what I did last week.
You know, last week the induction.
Oh.
We had to tighten it up.
Wait. Oh, okay.
Oh, he wrote it backwards.
That cool thing.
CY minus C. Yeah.
So now,
CX minus What is that function? I don't think.
It's a classical L.
Ah.
Ow! Oh my god. Oh, torn ACL.
Rip basketball player.
Sure. Oh my god. FFX became strictly greater than C minus D delta now.
oh wait, yeah, let's replace with 3 later.
How did the 1 on C minus 1 get under that F of L of Y? How did it get under it?
Wait, it's from this dividing here.
Oh, you divided it? Okay.
Oh, what's going on, man?
Okay.
What's going on?
F of x here is less. F of x is less than,
Yeah.
This is some crazy voodoo magic.
which means that this, I guess you can say this is less than this. This plus some random stuff is less than this. So you can say, actually, I have to have a less than equal to sign, I think, because yeah.
What the? What am I hearing?
Oh, for all Y.
So now f of y over y is at least c squared minus c plus 1.
Wait, why is it C? Why is it C? Why is it D?
It's just comparing the coefficient of X.
But you have to have a less than equal to sign because you can't really have a less than sign because they could still be equal and it might still work.
Day one.
Now c so now
Oh, the C just got bigger.
so I think you can do the infinite sequence like this.
How to play piano incorrectly.
Hey, W, that's on the keyboard.
Oh.
Betas and C.
What the? That's ridiculous.
So this is kind of like this is similar to that fake solve from last week,
Yeah,
but I think it actually works this time.
The CNs are increasing.
But then you can also do
Yeah, that's definitely. Seems like.
Oh, I killed him.
Why would
You've been hit.
No.
And it's been sunk.
so you can do the same trick as before. So say if limit exists,
Yeah. It's a monotonic sequence. So.
What else should I say out of
If the limit exists.
so this is non-zero.
Wow.
So this is a contradiction, which means C can be as large as you want. So C can be as large as you want, but the problem is f of y over y. For example, f of 1 over 1 can't be as large as you want.
You're saying C is unbounded.
Yeah.
Why can't F of 1 on 1 not?
So
Why not?
so C can be as large as you want, but f of 1 over 1 can't be massive.
Why can't F of 1 on 1 not?
Because you just make the C large enough so that f of it exceeds f of 1 over 1.
F of 1 on 1 is
Oh, what?
just go make the infinite a section.
Okay, sure.
Oh, so what does this mean then? There is no such C.
Yeah. So that means we can't find a C that makes this work. Which means for all C greater than 1,
D is greater than 0.
all C greater than 1 and D greater than 0, they resist X where f of x less than equal to Cx minus D.
Oh, this is insane.
So I think this is the same thing as let's see.
For all C.
Yeah, a
So-
little bit.
Actually, one question is can x be arbitrary? You have to make x arbitrarily large. I think that's.
Yeah. Can X be arbitrary?
I think you can make. I think you can make just d. You can make d extremely massive.
Yeah, arbitrary, yeah.
So then you're forced to make x large. So you make a d massive.
D massive. You make the D massive.
Massive
D. You make the D massive. You C not that much. D massive.
And c
C not that much.
something like this. If d was massive, c was 1.001.
Then your X has to be really.
Then x is supposed to be large. Yeah.
That proves it.
Wait, why does x have to be large? You have to make the contribution to d small.
To make the contribution, to make the
Because d kind of sets you back.
Yeah.
D forces x to be large.
yeah, C doesn't really help you that much, so your X has to like keep it has to like climb up that in a sense.
Wait, so what's the problem if x is not large? Yeah.
The problem is that
Right, Jesus.
the sequence of x's might not go to infinity. Because you have a sequence of x's, but it might just be random. So to make it go to infinity, you can make the d large.
Oh wait, and how does it make it? How does it make the d large? I mean, how does it make the x large?
So we know there exists an x that makes the inequality fail, but if d is large, you will need a large. You'll need a large x to make it fail. Because d minus d is already quite negative, so x has to be. You have to make x a bit larger.
Oh right, because if d is large, this will be like negative,
Yeah.
and then they'll always be true.
You make the C close to 1 point, like close to 1 basically. Just make that more close.
Oh, so there's a sequence which goes to infinity. And then C is
that.
C is getting closer to 1.
Sounds way better.
Wait, what's
Oh, so this is true for all C greater than 1.
Yeah.
He just assumed like, and then he just basically, for the sake of contradiction, he basically made it like a bound, and then like proved that like that bound can't ever be fulfilled. So like for every x, we need not every c and every d. We need like an x such that f of x is at most c.
Wait, does it prove it converges to 1 or just because all we need is a bounded by 1, right?
Yeah.
So it converges because you can make a sequence of.
You
You can choose a sequence of c's that goes to 1.
Oh, we know this is greater than or equal to. It's square. It's bigger than 1. We know that's bigger than 1 because f is bigger than x. So this is squeezed between 1 and c, and then c goes to 1.
C goes to 1.
So you can choose your corresponding d's as well. For each c, you choose a corresponding d.
Dude, we're gonna write this up. I feel like this is the crowning achievement.
Whoa!
I feel like this is one of the first problems that like kind of died and got remotivated.
Revived.
By someone other than me.
Basketball.
Basketball.
Basket